certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
Oh, what's with these angles?
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers getting set to go. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
What, Matt? Do you?
Rivers now from the 50.
Oh.
He's going to walk
Oh.
on deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
On third down, Rivers.
Oh,
He
shit.
can run for it, and he will.
Oh, my God. Ooh.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
That one was about to make no controller.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over.
Well, I'm not taking you any kind of easy because I see your record. So
from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
oh, go, go, go.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that
Oh,
one
yeah,
all day
yeah.
long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Omaha. Check. White. 21.
Right back to him on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
21. Hurry up.
A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Target, it's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4.
Yeah, I might have actually gotten it if I did.
Now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away.
But I don't have Kaepernick anymore. Garoppolo's slow.
Returning, it's Benjamin.
I can hit the open field and then still gain like 3 yards.
Return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
This is Gordon on the dump off. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down.
I was kind of surprised that you're still rolling with them.
2 yards. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners,
I mean, for what it was worth, at least that was Sherman.
Shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well.
Yeah.
Hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
Here's McKinnon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
Yeah, I thought they were supposed to fix that this year, like the jumping linebackers and stuff. I don't think they actually did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Omaha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. 180. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Set. Hey, go orange 5-4.
3rd and long for Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Fielded just inside the 20. Oh, and now he pulls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Fuck that guy!
He lost the football.
Yes. Hate him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll run it now out of the gun.
God.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
11.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
Go, yes!
They're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. No one there to help out downfield.
Oh
no
my
problem.
God,
Scrambling
that
for
will
22
never
in the
happen
first.
again. In real life or in Madden.
Garoppolo on first down. Got his target, Pierre Garçon.
Yeah, there looked like some glitchy animations on that.
Inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll take it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Throwing on first.
Oh my God!
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They run it with McKinnon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
Oh!
He couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Fucking Goodwin.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to...
Oh, good defensive hold.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive.
That's one thing I do have in Madden is a pretty solid defensive line.
These make me look fat, and we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we are off to Orlando now.
To be honest, the defensive struggle is not what I expected.
Report. Coach, and this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just
I know you're usually a pretty good offensive player. And I've been looking at your stats, and you've been lighting it up pretty good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, here's Garoppolo. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss.
Yeah, you really got to like call them at the right time. Which, I mean, I like.
That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one.
It shouldn't be glitchy.
Right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yes!
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Now Benjamin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's been this way most
of the
half,
about to cry.
Hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense.
Oh, I'm horrible about like giving up those kinds of like one-on-ones like that.
Against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, good move.
Oh!
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They run once more with McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Bradley Pinion now.
Wait, what's
The
that?
drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, I didn't have it happen to me, but I had it happen against me. Like the guy that sacked me got called, and I was able to
This is brought in at the 21.
keep the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set. Delta.
They'll try and get the ground game going.
Oh,
Here's Gordon.
fuck.
On the run past midfield. There goes Melvin Gordon. And in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point.
Good call. That's the last thing I was looking for.
And on that long run, maybe the defense caught
I was
nothing
sure
of it.
you were going to hit me over the, or try to hit me over the top with Keenan Allen on that. So I moved to my safety and pulled him over.
Like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh,
Fuck.
and off he goes.
The way the game's going, that could be that could be a deciding play.
They will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be
Finally held on to one.
before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And
Oh, I had
That's
it!
what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more
Killing
careful.
me here.
Fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now McKenna. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. McKinnon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend?
I'll take it.
Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, how about this call down?
No!
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Oh, you have got to be shitting me.
Defensively, you said earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to. Less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Right.
Not only have they done it,
don't give up a 90-yard touchdown this time.
Holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Yeah, it looked like more, right?
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
White! Ready! 180! Hey, go orange. Orange.
To throw on 3rd down. Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's
Oh, go, 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 go.
It's the former
Go.
Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a...
I want you to know,
right at about the
every
6
time
yard
Richard
line.
Sherman gets
He
an
was trying to get
interception
that one to
for
Allen
me,
that time.
I die a little bit inside.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty
That's
flag
holding
is
anyways.
down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and
Barnett.
upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw, being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost
Oh!
it. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock.
That's the
we're
one
near
thing
end
you
of
weren't
this game.
supposed to do,
They were
Jimmy.
what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking
Oh,
care of the football,
fuck me.
taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Load it!
A toss play. Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There
Fuck.
goes Melvin Gordon.
I hate you, man.
He's at the 40,
I hate you so much.
20. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken at his 4.
Yeah, I think I did.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that
Yeah,
again.
don't
And
do
so
that.
much emphasis
Fucking
placed
Jimmy.
on
If I lose
red
because of
zone
that, I'm going to be so
offense. I mean,
mad.
you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now.
Oh, my God.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Don't do this to me, guys. Don't do this to me.
The teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
21, 21.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right.
Oh, no.
Can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does
How
get
is
them
this
to
happening?
4th down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Steps away to his left.
God damn it!
It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. The Chargers offense.
I'm gonna
now
lose
they get
this
set
game
to head
because of the
back
fucking
on the
fumble.
field.
I hate you, Jimmy.
Looking at this situation, if they get a field goal out of this, it helps.
Supposed
but
to
a
be my
touchdown
savior.
would really help into going to secure the victory.
And know what I'm thinking right here?
380.
In the West Coast offense, in their parlance, every time they throw the football, they say you're either throwing it for a touchdown or a check down. In this case, it's either taking time off the clock or getting that touchdown that really puts you in firm control. I think they'll go either way on this one.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Alpha. Right. Hey, left.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Oh, no,
Yes!
the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And
What?
Brandon, you know that all blitzes
How
are
is
just
that
designed to get to the
overturned?
quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away
How
the
was
gaps,
that
took
not
away
a
the holes, took away the
fumble?
football.
Game hates me. Shooting everybody.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed. Switch. Set. 380. Set. Hey, go orange 5-4. 80 hot.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Load it. 300.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All right, so I got like a minute 40, no timeouts to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. I can do this.
Talk over what to do next. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Oh, that's bad.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Casey Hayward.
I think that interception happened for two
I
reasons.
knew better than
Quarterback gets outside the pocket and
better,
panics a little
but I
bit.
did it anyways.
And the receiver doesn't make sure he's
Good game.
absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from
Yeah,
him.
so don't wave your arms, right? As a receiver,
That one
if you're not
hurts.
wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was
Taking this
take a
loss
knee and
going
the game
into
was
Justin
over.
is
The
not a
Giants
good
ran it
idea.
One more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with
come
you, so
on.
it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this is
How did you win with
presentation of
0
the NFL
passing
on EA
yards?
Sports. For more, check us out at
Oh my
easports.com.
god.
With that, we say
That's
so
fucking
long from
bad.
Southern California.
Run. Execution 99 with my first loss on the season. So now I got to bounce back against the division Jets next week. But for Omaha X1, this is Execution 99. Thank you for tuning in.